This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI Studios in Toronto, Canada.
Hey Toronto, this is Ed Sheeran.
This is Kelly Clarkson.
Hi, this is Bryan Adams.
This is Adele.
This is Madonna.
It's Michael Bublé, and you're listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep Show. It's fun. They're amazing.
It's National Kale Day. Remember Kale?
Is this like your Christmas?
I feel the day to celebrate kale. Yes, I feel like kale sometimes is taken for granted because there was a time when it was so popular. It was kale everything. It was kale chips. It was kale everything.
There was also a time no one had heard of kale. Like
Yes.
I don't know, I want to say 2008 or something. No one knew what kale was. Then all of a sudden, around that time, it got so into vogue. It is pretty good, but I feel like you gotta like cook it because it's very coarse.
You're right, it is, but you can get rid of that. You don't have to actually cook it. Just by massaging it, you can get it to where you need it to be.
What?
Yeah.
Why? You sound like a creep right now.
Everybody
you massage
knows.
your kale.
Everybody knows you have to massage kale.
Everybody knows.
It's the
Blair, have
only
you heard
way.
of massaging your kale?
No, sir.
Steph, have you heard of massaging your
No.
kale?
Okay.
Everybody knows.
Come on. If you don't massage the kale, then it's just coarse, as you said. You need to sort of tenderize it, but then you don't want to over massage because if you over massage, then it gets mushy.
Well, easy there, Joe Biden. You're massaging your kale. Like, does kale have like RMT benefits? Like, who's massaging the kale? They're using my Theragun?
You do have to be careful on how you massage, but you're really just trying to wilt it so that it's not as, rough.
When you put it in the pan or steam it, it wilts.
I mean, you can do it that way, but the best way in a salad is just massage it between your fingers, add a little lemon juice,
shiatsu?
a little salt,
Do you go
a little vinegar.
Do you go Swedish or deep Tish?
Please tell me, when you book a massage, you don't say that.
I'm like, deep show's here for the deep Tish.
And they're like, please say 30 minutes. Please say 30 minutes. You're like, 90 minutes, baby.
Listen, we finally met a vegetable more high maintenance than me.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. I don't even want to talk about kale now.
Kale.
From CHFI Studios.
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
And now it's time for Pooja and Gurdeep's Background Break.
Yeah, this is a club in the bag we don't break out that often. Once in a while, though, Pooja and I decide to flip it backwards. And we're doing a backwards break for the Toronto Maple Leafs. They are opening up the season tonight against the Montreal Canadiens. 7 o'clock on Sportsnet. We keep making these harder and harder as we get better at this, I guess.
don't know why you do it to yourself.
Yeah, it's. I think it started off like it was something as simple as us doing "Go Leafs Go" backwards, and now the sentence we are tasked with saying backwards is "Aye, Papi." Austin Matthews is going to snipe 75 this season. I can't even do it forwards, guys. That's how hard it is. To make it even harder, Pooja's not here. She's still under the weather, but she did send in her part via voice note. So we're going to patch this all together and see how it goes. Okay, so let's kick this off. And by the way, if you're wondering why we're doing I Papi, Austin Matthews is going to snipe 75 this season. Austin Matthews is half Mexican. His nickname is Papi. That's why we're doing that. And he scored 69 last year. We're saying he's going to score 75 this season for the non-Leaf fans in the house. Okay, so Pooja's part was I Papi, Austin Matthews. This is what it sounded like backwards.
Sí, Samnito. Y papilla.
She's saying Papi. She's saying
Y
Papi in there.
Papilla.
One more time.
Well, because it's P-A-P-I, so it's backwards.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Sí, Samnito. Y papilla.
Y papilla.
It's very staccato.
Like
it
it.
sounds like she's speaking like a different language.
I like it.
Okay, let's flip Pooja around so it's forward. So how close to I Papi Austin Matthews did she get?
Ay, papi. Austin Matthews.
Woo, she sped up. It sounds good.
Oh, man, that might be the best she's ever done. She's normally,
Yeah.
I can say it because she's not here. She's normally the one who messes this up.
Yeah, this is good.
Ay, papi. Austin Matthews.
That's it, Matthews.
Okay, and I was nice. I gave her the easier part.
Yes.
My part is gonna snipe 75 this season.
Okay.
Let's see how I sound backwards.
Nazi set fiaf, feet neves, miansis, New York City.
Did you go to New York City? New York City.
One more time backwards.
Nazi set fiaf, feet neves, miansis, New York City.
Oh, Beyonce in New York
Beyonce.
City.
Oh,
nice.
okay, okay.
I like it.
Okay, so that's supposed to sound like is gonna snipe 75 this season. Let's flip it forwards.
Is going this night, 75 this season.
What?
Wow. that's good. Not bad.
Is that the best one I've ever done?
That's pretty. Yeah, I think that's one of the best.
The recency bias in this is so real because we do it every time we do it, we're like, this is the best one ever.
Yeah. Well, it gets better each time because I think you guys have kind of figured out
Okay,
how to do
so
it.
let's see how this sounds put together forwards. Again, the sentence we're supposed to say is, "Ay, papi." Austin Matthews is going to snipe 75 this season. Let's hear it.
Hi, papi. Austin basis.
Is going this night 75 this season.
Wow.
Do I still sound like dying Homer?
You sound like maybe Homer is a little more awake today, but you still sound like Homer.
Go Leafs, go.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
All right, so Pooja is homesick. She is not here. I'm flying solo once again. Steph, you actually telegraphed this. How did you know this was going to happen?
Well, it was like the crying before when they started school. I don't think they're crying anymore, but they don't like school.
They're still like, what are you doing? You're ripping me out of my routine and taking me to a place with people I don't know.
And same with being sick now. I told her, I'm like, once they go into school, all the germs are coming home. Every single germ you can think of is coming home, and get ready because they're going to be sick all the time, especially like now till about December, January, and then it's going to start again like late spring.
Yeah, so Sia and Bodhi are both 2. Like, kids don't, at that age, don't have the wherewithal to, like, if there's another kid sneezing, like, as an adult.
They're right in there.
Yeah, like, you're not stepping away if someone's sneezing, or no one's sneezing into their elbow.
Yeah.
You're sneezing in people's faces, you're sticking in your hand in your mouth,
Yeah.
like, it's just, your
They're
stuff's
grabbing
everywhere.
food from each other. They're sharing food. It's everything.
If one person has a germ, everybody in that class is, who's probably got the strongest immune systems is, like, the teachers.
Yes. You know
Right?
what? And I think it depends too, because I know teachers that don't ever get sick, and I know teachers that still get sick all the time. So I think it just depends on their immune system too. But but I think Pooja's starting early, obviously.
That's the thing. The kids are in school at 2, whereas like you typically would start JK at like 4,
At
right?
4. And so I saw it probably from like JK, and then my son's still in grade 7, and he's the one that still gets sick. My daughter's in high school, so this is her first year in high school. We'll see how it turns out. But yeah, it is like, it's never ending. Whenever there's like the flu going around, or there's just like a cold going around, anything that's going around, you're like 90% going to get it in your household. And the parents, I find like I don't get it as much. A couple of my friends don't get it. I have a friend that always gets sick when her kids get sick still. But you can't get away from it when they're in school. You
Right.
can't.
You just have to sort of accept it. And also, I was doing some Googling, so take this for what it's worth. A child's immune system doesn't fully produce and develop antibodies until they're about 3 or 4. So you are really putting them out there in the wild at 2 because they're going to get sick and they don't have the wherewithal to fight it. That said, by the time JK does start, Sia and Bodhi's immune system will probably be rock solid.
I hope so, for her sake.
For her sake, yeah. Compared to the kids who are just starting.
Because she started earlier, she might just be taking the hit now.
Right.
And once like school starts in JK, she's going to be laughing.
So what you're telling me is, as Pooja's longtime performing partner, I should get used to flying solo for the foreseeable, 10 years?
Yeah, unless her immune system gets better really quick. But she's going to be home to take care of them. That's the other thing.
And this doesn't even include when the kids get old and crafty enough to fake sick.
Oh, that's different though. You can tell. You can tell when they fake sick. My kids will say it all the time too. And I'm like, that's cool, you're sick, but you're staying at home in your bed and no phone. And then they go back to school.
Pooch, Paul, let's just hold off on showing them Ferris Bueller for a few years then, okay?
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
from 98.1 CHFI.
What if I told you that drinking a tablespoon of this 10 minutes before your biggest meal of the day would help you feel full longer? It would reduce cravings. It would help you with weight loss, specifically belly fat. It would reduce your blood sugar levels. It's going to boost your energy. It's going to reduce cholesterol. I mean, if I told you what this was, would you start doing it?
What is this sorcery? I mean, yeah. Is it a spoonful of sunshine?
And like rainbows and unicorns?
Yeah.
No. Any guesses?
Ozempic.
No, but one could argue it's like an organic Ozempic.
Or Zempic?
Oh gosh. Do we have to abbreviate that too?
Okay, no. Let me give a real guess. Is it apple cider vinegar?
Okay, you are close. It's not. But
Is this the nearly impossible question?
I imagine apple cider vinegar would still work. Yes.
Because
we know the benefits.
I have heard that about apple cider vinegar. You mix them in with your water or something and drink it before a meal.
Okay, fine. You got it. That's what it
sorry.
is.
Did I steal your? You got it.
That is what it is. It's a tablespoon of vinegar in some water that you dilute. It doesn't taste the greatest, but if you have this 10 minutes before your meal, you can have all of those benefits.
So do you do it because apple cider vinegar, some people do it as a shot, and then you can also dilute it with water. Does it matter how you do it?
According to this expert, you should dilute it with water.
Also, because drinking water before a meal is good too, because that also kind of fills you up. So this is like a double whammy. You're getting the water plus the vinegar.
Is this just obvious information that everybody knows? And I've discovered something great.
I don't know that everybody knows it, but I think it's out there.
It's like everybody knows you have to massage your kale. It's like the same kind of everybody knows.
I hate to tell you, since you brought it up, we asked that yesterday. I did the poll. It's been up for 24 hours now. My Instagram at Gurdeep. Only 27% say they massage their kale. 73% say, what are you talking about?
Those people also obviously are not putting in a tablespoon of vinegar into their water 10 minutes before they have their biggest meal.
So this could be regular vinegar, apple cider vinegar. Can I go a little malt vinegar, like the stuff you put on French fries?
I don't think so.
What about?
I mean, they did say any vinegar would work, but I don't think malt
what about
vinegar.
Balsamic vinegar?
No, definitely not.
Red wine vinaigrette.
No.
How about just red wine?
Why do I bring you anything that I take seriously when I know that you're going to just poke holes in it?
Organic.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Sitting around by my lonesome this weekend, creeping Pooja's Instagram, standard weekend, and I came across this.
Do you like school?
Yeah.
Yesterday you said Sia don't like school.
I don't like school.
You don't like school?
No.
Why?
I don't like school.
How come?
I don't like school.
Okay.
I love how kids talk. I know, like school.
Yeah.
Sounds like she's under duress.
She doesn't like school. And when I press her and ask her why, she just repeats the same thing over and over again.
No explanation needed. It's been a month. I mean, it's such a weird transition for kids. They're used to being at home. All of a sudden, they're ripped out of home life. Their routine their routine is upended, and they're with a bunch of strangers. It's got to be super weird for them.
You are making the mom guilt come out in me. I feel so bad about all of this.
It's not you, it's the system.
It's the system. I will tell you that, I try not to complain about the kids because I'm just so grateful that I have them and I feel blessed all the time. But this is a very, very challenging, trying time right now.
Mm-hmm.
Most things I got through, they were difficult, but I got through them and I had a lot of help and it was fine. This one, I just feel like I have no idea what I'm doing as a parent. I feel like I'm starting all over again. I don't even recognize my children. They're completely different now that they go to school.
Really? How so?
Well, like they're already, at a stage. They're two. I don't want to say they're terrible, but they're at their trying twos.
Oh, okay. We're rebranding it.
Yes.
That's so much nice. What a softer rebrand.
Yes.
The trying twos. So relatable.
Mm-hmm. Three-nager is coming up, right?
That's a thing?
That's
Three-nager?
Oh, yes. Sia's already there.
Does every age have to be branded?
It's because it just comes with so many emotions and they have such a lack of control right now with being in school that they're trying to control everything at home. So putting pants on Bodhi can take an hour.
What?
An hour. Yeah.
Doesn't he put them on one leg at a time like every 2-year-old?
No. He wants pants. Then he doesn't want pants. Then no, let me do it by myself. But then no, help me. But then no, I don't want pants. I don't want to wear pants. I don't even want to wear a diaper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That feels risky for everybody.
And they're waking up in the middle of the night because they just want comfort. It's like a whole thing. I'm not sleeping. It's not, and they're not sleeping.
But listen, there's got to be a playbook on this. Like your kids are, your kids are normal. Like they're going through what 2-year-olds go through. Like
is it?
Steph, this is normal, right? Like this is all.
It is, but I think you have another challenge because you put them in school. So like most kids,
great.
it's just totally your fault because most kids are like, they're 4 and they're going to JK. So I think it's a great idea that you're putting them in school. But I think for them, they're so little that it's a huge change for them.
It's all happening all at once.
It's an investment. By the time they are 4 and they're in JK, it'll be seamless.
Yes.
The parents who are putting their kids in at 4 are going to go through this 2 years from now.
Yeah.
You've already gone through it.
Yeah, well, I'm still going through it. I'm still trying to navigate. It's not easy.
It's been a month, though.
I know.
It feels like a year, but it's been a month.
It's been a month of really not good times. So I'm at this place now where I'm just like, people keep telling me it's going to get better. And I'm like, will it?
Mm-mm.
What?
No.
Hold on, no?
No, it never gets better.
Oh,
I know
dear.
people tell me the same thing too. They're like, it'll get better. It'll get better. They're 14 and 12. It's not better. I think it gets better when they leave. Like that's
Wow.
when all the worries change into what are they doing and not, about all the stuff that they're doing in
When
the
they
house.
leave, they're only 2.
So neither of you are making me want to enter the wonderful journey called parenthood. Listen, I'm going to be the optimist here. I'm going to say it does get better and it'll happen sooner. I'm basing this on nothing except hope. Okay, we have this wonderful audience here. Parents, call us right now. Tell Pooja, when does it get better? Is Steph right?
Oh,
does it never get better until they leave?
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
This is the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Okay, it's been 1 month since the Twiblings started school, and I'm going to admit it, it's not going well. This was my daughter over the weekend.
Do you like school?
Yeah.
You don't like school?
No.
Why?
I'm not like school.
How come?
I'm not like school.
Didn't you hear the first time, Pooch? She no like school.
She doesn't like school, and I just feel lost as a parent right now because it's a very, very difficult time. It's challenging.
Parents, help us out. When does it get better for Pooja? Let's go to Rob in Brighton.
I suppose tomorrow is another try.
Yeah.
That's optimistic.
I actually like that. I like tomorrow is another day. I always say that, but it unfortunately...
Well, it could be. We don't know for sure. It could be another day, but we really don't know until it gets here.
True.
So, Rob, when tomorrow goes horribly, Pooja's going to be calling you back.
Okay. Blame me.
Thanks for the call, Rob.
All right.
I'm not like school.
How come?
I'm not like school.
Yeah, that was on Pooja's Instagram over the weekend. Sia and Bodhi, well, a month in, they don't like school. We want to know, when is this going to get better for you, Pooch?
Yeah, I need some parenting advice because everybody says it's going to get better, but I'm not sure when that's going to happen. Connie from Innisfil, when does it get better?
It doesn't, sweetheart.
Oh, jeez.
No.
I have a 28-year-old and a 23-year-old. They're still living at home. Fortunately, I'm happy for that. But you worry all the time. All the time.
Great.
So, Connie, all things in, is it still worth it?
It's still worth it. It's
Okay.
absolutely still worth it.
There we go.
But, I mean, you worry when they get, you want them to get their license, then they get their license, and then you worry that they're driving on their own. You know, it's a battle. It's a lifetime thing.
I feel like, Connie, every stage comes with challenges. So, it's hard to say it's going to get better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's worth it.
Thanks, Connie.
Okay, no problem. Have a good day, guys.
You too.
I'm not like school.
How come?
I'm not like school.
That's my daughter, Sia, when I asked her about school. They've been in school now for just, I guess, under a month, and it's not going well. I don't feel like I know what I'm doing as a parent. I feel like I'm starting all over again, just trying to figure it out. And I want to know, when does it get better?
Let's go to Jim in Scarborough. When does it get better?
It does get better, I'll be honest with you. My boys are in their mid-30s, so it's better.
Wait, I have to wait till they're 30?
Just teasing. I've had the pleasure of raising 2 boys and assisting in raising 2 little granddaughters. They go through stages, and it will be good, then it will be bad, then it will be good, then it will be bad. They'll do something, and it's great, and then it'll be... you're worried about the 3-agers.
Yep.
Wait for the F4s.
F4s? Oh, my goodness. I didn't know that's what they were called.
Oh, dear.
That's what they're called.
You're talking, of course, about the key on my keyboard, F4, correct? Right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes.
As I said, I've raised 2 boys. Just enjoy them now because it is great.
Yeah, for now, I'm just going to appreciate all the hugs because I'm getting a lot of, they're very clingy. I'm going to just appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate that because it does disappear. We still have one granddaughter that will come and give Grandma and Grandpa hugs, but the other one will give you the half-hearted side hug.
Oh.
The bro hug.
Yeah.
Well,
the one I like to give my colleagues.
That's right. Well, you know what? Out of all the things we've heard so far, this feels like the most measured, balanced response. So, Jim, thanks so much.
You're welcome. Have a great day, guys.
Too.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Serious question for all of you pet owners. Have you ever looked over at your pet's bed and thought, that would be so comfy if they just made it in a human version? Has that ever happened to you, Gurdeep? Have you ever looked over at Coffee the Pooch and went, oh, that dog bed?
I'll take it a step further. I've relaxed and gotten in the fetal position in her bed and spent a significant amount, watched a movie in her bed.
No, you haven't.
Yeah.
How big is her bed?
She's got a really nice dog bed. I sprung for a nice one for her. It's huge. When friends come over, they see it. And instantly, it's like everyone wants to lie in her bed.
Really?
It's super comfortable. And the kicker is Coffee doesn't even use it much. She uses my bed.
Okay. So you guys are just trading beds?
Pretty much at this point.
How does that work on dates?
Well, if the date's ending up in the dog bed, I think I got other issues.
Yeah, probably. But this is
usually I end up in the dog house.
Yes,
after the date.
A little bit different because this is cozy and all the rage. It's called the Snuggle Pod if you want to Google it, and it looks. I'm not going to lie. I don't know anything about pet beds. It looks amazing. It's on the floor. It's cozy. This is the description for you. It's been designed with a squishy, high-grade foam mattress for next-level orthopedic comfort, as well as bolstered pillow sides to comfortably support your head and your neck for whatever position you like to lounge in, giving you a cocoon effect that will have you feeling zen in seconds.
Is there a price on it? Does it say?
There is a price. I think it might be $100 US.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
I spend more on Coffee's bed. Listen, if you're hanging out in the living room and you're watching TV and you're someone who likes to be close to the floor, on the floor, you don't want to be on the couch.
Yeah.
A dog bed is it's a super comfortable place to do some binging. I'm not going to lie.
What?
Also,
the fact that you know from experience is also a bit weird.
I'm telling you, Pooch, if you came over and saw this thing, you would instinctively want to get on it. If you have kids and they're having like a sleepover, having a bunch of these dog beds.
True.
This sounds absurd, but it's like such a fun way to just like hang out and get on the floor.
But like,
great.
is this one of those things where like you and your partner, you go to your bedroom and it's like, good night, and then you leave your bed to go into the dog bed that is now sitting on the floor beside the bed?
No, but I tell you what, if I did live with a girl or a woman, a partner, and I got in trouble and it was like, this is what happens in sitcoms, right? You get in trouble, they kick you out to the living room, right? Is that a real thing?
That's a real thing.
Yeah. Then I would choose to sleep on the dog bed, not the couch.
Oh, okay.
So I might intentionally get myself into trouble just so I could go sleep in the dog bed.
Okay, you have to Google it. Tell me if this is something that you would be into, a human pet bed.
It's great. I mean, don't knock it till you, as the great Neil Buchanan said, try it yourself, kids.
Put it on your dating profile. See how it works out.
The Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
From 98.1 CHFI.
Oh, I'm so excited. This is one of my favorite times of the year. You know, when summer's over, it gets cold. One of the consolations for me is that hockey is back. I'm rocking the Leaf jersey right now. It is opening night of the Leaf season. The Leafs and Habs tonight on Sportsnet at 7 o'clock. How we feeling? I'm asking that to a room with a Habs fan and I guess another Habs fan.
I was like a whatever fan. My brother played hockey forever, and he was a New Jersey fan, and I love New Jersey because he did. And then my dad,
the 90s?
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
New Jersey was amazing
They were
in the 90s.
amazing. And even when we played like the EA Sports game, I was always New Jersey all the time. And then my dad loved the Habs, always. So that's why. And then I moved here and I was like, I don't want to be forced to be a Leafs
You've
fan.
been living in Toronto for how long now?
Since 2001.
So 23 years.
But how many cups have they won since then? That's right.
Let me check here.
That's right. I don't like being disappointed.
I can't find it on Google. I'm not sure. Maybe we've won several. I'm not sure. Listen, we have a very competitive team. We have the current record for most consecutive playoff appearances. So we make the playoffs every year. The issue has been success in the playoffs. I'm going to try to be optimistic and say this is the year. I'm not saying we're going to win the cup, but maybe this is the year we actually win a couple of rounds. Maybe we're still playing in late May. I think most Leaf fans would take that.
You're so optimistic. You're such a Leafs
if I was
fan.
so optimistic, I would say we'd win the cup. And I'm not saying we're going to win the cup.
No.
I'm just hoping for a little bit of success in the playoffs.
But then closer to the end of the season, you're going to be like, oh, they're doing so good. We might have a chance this year.
I don't drink too much of the Kool-Aid. Except in October when I'm drinking it by the jug.
That's right.
All right, look, we're looking for the Beliefers. I know, look, things got dark in May. They wanted to trade everybody, all that. We've wiped the slate clean. The anger has dissipated. We want to hear from the Beliefers. We want you to finish this sentence for us, okay? This is the year because... Get creative.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Oh, yeah, Leafs and Habs tonight, kicking off the NHL season, game 1 for both teams. Optimism springs eternal in the fall. Haven't lost a game yet, haven't broken a heart since May. We're feeling positive. We're looking for your positive messages. Look, we know things haven't historically worked out very well in the spring for this team. They're a great regular season team, but every year is a new chance. So we're trying to keep it positive today after the way last season ended. The question we're asking you is, this is the year because... Okay, let's try to keep this positive, guys. Sarah from Caledon, this is the year because...
Austin Matthews is scoring 75.
Woo! Yes, okay. You also think Poppy's going to score 75. We love that. Sarah, though, here's my thing. I love regular season success. I love goals. I love breaking records. But 75 in the regular season is nice. What about the playoffs?
Not that they have the best track record in playoffs, but I think he could probably get past 80.
Wow. Okay. Well, would you rather have like 45 goals from Austin and then maybe win a few rounds in the playoffs? Because I would trade that in a heartbeat.
Yes, I would probably prefer that and maybe have him score a couple apples or get a couple apples too, but we'll see.
Yeah, assists are nice too. Sarah, thank you for the call. We appreciate you.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good day.
Okay, getting lots of texts as well. A friend of the show, Scott Cranny, he texts in and listens all the time. He goes, Gurdeep, I love you and I love your show and all the folks in the room there, but go Habs go. Scott Cranny. I had to get one of those in there because I know there are a lot of Habs fans in the GTA, so that's fine. There you go. You've been represented. Yeah, I got two in the room as well, which is less than ideal. Keeping it positive for the Buds, Leafs and Habs tonight. This is the year because, what say you, Derek in Mississauga?
This is the year because we upgraded our defense, we upgraded our goaltending, we have young players on our depth wings to help our offense in the playoffs, and we're going all the way.
I love it. And can I add on one more? And Poppy, Austin Matthews, is the captain now. That C looks so good on him.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Derek, I am loving the optimism. Can I get a score prediction for tonight?
Well, funny enough, I'm actually going to Montreal tonight for the game.
Oh.
So I'm hoping to be the loudest Leafs fan there, and I'm predicting a 4-2 win.
My guy, are you driving right now to Montreal?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I love that. That is awesome. You are hardcore. Derek, enjoy the game tonight. Drive safe, and thanks for the call.
I will. Thank you. Take care.
Okay, a couple texts coming in at 981-981. That's awesome. Derek's going to the game, by the way. This is the year because Esther in downtown Toronto says, because it just is. All right, I like that. Listen, we don't need, but just because it is. And Anita, a friend of the show, says, this is a year because for the first time, I now own a Leafs jersey. Got it in pink. Let's do this, Leafs. Steph, if I get you a pink Leafs jersey?
Nope.
Blair, if I get you a pink Leafs jersey?
I'm on board.
All right, we got one.
From CHFI Studios,
It's the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
I love this one. It's National Family TV Show Days, so we thought, why not put you to the test with some classic things, some pieces of audio from original shows. It might be the theme song, it might be characters, and you got to guess what show it is, what family TV show.
I love this. Remember family TV shows, appointment TV?
So wholesome.
Family TV dinners, all the good stuff.
Okay, Pooj, you are up first. Here is your first clip.
Okay. That would be the Flintstones.
That is correct.
Yes. All right, Gurdeep, here's yours.
Here's the story.
The Brady Bunch.
Yes. Did you watch the Brady Bunch?
I didn't, but it's well enough known that, you know, you recognize the song.
Just love the intro. Anyway.
Okay, have a listen to this one.
Oh, that sounds so familiar.
This is the one I thought you might struggle with.
Oh, and I know I've watched it because I know that intro. I don't know it. Oh, I don't know it.
That was Modern Family.
Oh, yes. Such a good show. Okay, here's your next one.
Family Matters.
Yes.
Oh my God, I almost blanked on that, and I knew it. I'm like, Reginald Vell Johnson walking in the front door. Mm-hmm. All right, this one, I love this one. Have a listen.
I don't know that one.
You want a big clue?
Yeah.
This is a good show for adults, but probably Sia or Bodie would be more likely to watch it.
Is this Bluey?
It's Bluey!
Why didn't you just say you watch it currently every day?
Listen, 8-minute episodes, it's perfect.
Okay, next one for you.
Life is unfair.
Oh, okay, I didn't watch that one, but is it Malcolm in the Middle?
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were going to get this.
Again, one of those shows that was popular enough that like it was in my world, but I didn't watch it.
I watched it. I've watched everything we've said so far. I've watched.
Oh,
but I'm
yet you
failing
struggled
miserably.
with 2 out of 3. Okay,
here we go.
Here's your final one, Pooch. I think you'll get it.
Oh, that's Roseanne.
What a sultry, provocative opening.
Yes. Okay, one more for you.
Oh, it's a layup, baby. The house is full house.
Didn't you actually go to like San Francisco to the actual home?
I did. And then I did the run in the park that was just down the street and we
course.
filmed it. Yeah.
As one does. Okay.
And I got someone to film it.
And post it on Instagram. But anyway.
Thanks for playing along.
Thanks for listening to the Pooja and Gurdeep podcast.
Listen to Pooja and Gurdeep live weekday mornings from 5 to 9.
Only on 98.1 CHFI.
Toronto's perfect music mix.